37-year-old woman, and I've been celibate for 2 years.
What?
I've been celibate for 2 years.
Where that come from?
I want to know, is that the reason why?
What's the philosophy here? You're not a virgin. You got 2 people came out of you. What's going on?
Oh, no, you did not.
Oh, no, you did not have the nerve to bring vagina out here and close it up at 37 years old with 2 kids out here. So you meet a man, a good guy. You think you're going to be celibate for what? What, till you marry?
Yes.
You got your goddamn mind. I wish I would meet a 37-year-old with 2 kids. You think you're going to... Shit. You're almost 40 years old with 2 kids. Talking about celibate? You need to be trying to get that shit away to secure a man.
Welcome back to the channel. And what you just heard is just straight up both crazy and delusional. Especially on behalf of how this same female, who happens to be a single mother, she never did state whether, or she may have stated whether she has been married before only to get divorced or not, due to them just showing only a few seconds of the session between her and Mr. Kevin Samuels. By the way, rest in peace, Mr. Kevin Samuels. Anyway, this mother, who happens to be 37, she could be a little bit older, just according to when this video was filmed. Anyway, she still happens to be a middle-aged woman with 2 kids approaching almost 40 years old. Once again, it just depends on when this session was recorded, because she could be around 39 at the oldest. Anyway, she claims that she would rather wait until she's married before she gives it up again to a man. In other words, before she becomes intimate with a man. And this just goes to show you how once Black American women fumble the ball, in other words, once they usually end up getting knocked up, or having, to make it more plain and simple, having kids outside of marriage. And usually when guys, or by guys who don't mean them in the good, guys that don't mean them in the justice, usually guys in the forms of ladies' men, players, guys that are usually drug dealers, convicted felons, guys of that nature. And things always go left or either sour between them and the guys. Then that's when sometimes, or in not cases, most of the time, these same women start to quote unquote wake up and start to, instead of lowering their standards, which they should do after they may get done badly. That's just judging from my personal and honest opinion. They start raising their standards even more higher after they've been used up when all this quote unquote mileage on them. Because to me, and in my personal opinion, they're no different than the salesman, the car salesman that's trying to, like I stated in another video with my friend, once I was talking, a recent video with me talking and doing a live to my good friend and buddy, Jeremy Hill. By the way, guys, make sure you follow him. He's another fellow YouTuber, and his channel is the Jeremy Hill Show. Anyway, these women are no different. These women, that like you black females, Black American females, than the guy, the car salesman who may used to sell a 93 Lexus, a 30-year-old vehicle, went over 1 million miles, at the least or minimum usually 500,000 miles. You would sell, in other words, you usually expect men, after you have been washed up and used up, when kids outside of marriage and extra baggage, extra mileage, so to speak, you still expect for a good man, a good, decent, hardworking man. And in most cases, guys that usually make upwards to sometimes 500,000 to come and just sweep you up, come and wipe you up. Out of all the bad choices you may have made prior to meeting those high value men, because you consider men of that caliber, or where I do, in my personal and honest opinion, usually consider men making $100,000 at the minimum, and at the max, 500,000 is sometimes possibly $1 million a year. Those are some of the main guys, ladies, for all you single mothers that want to all of a sudden change your standards and settle for a guy that means you some good, a guy that may make a good husband and a good father. Those guys, ladies, in most cases don't want a woman, like I stated in a prior video, that's all used up, that's been used and abused, when extra mileage on her, when kids in most cases from both toxic and problematic men, toxic and problematic baby daddies. Anyway, I have saw the said a mouthful, and it's also, before I end the video, in addition, this is also just similar to what it said in the caption of this short, why more brothers are pursuing, first and foremost, pursuing passports to leave the country, leave the U.S. and travel overseas to pursue true love. Women, in some cases, that don't come with any kids from previous relationships or marriages at all. Women who aren't used to selling for some of the most toxic men or some of the most problematic men they can use to find. Women, in some cases, not all cases, but some cases, that are usually willing to accept a hard-working, decent, upstanding brother as he is, without him having to change his image to become a bad boy, quote unquote, just to be accepted by them. Anyway, and once again, I'm going to close out this video, but before I close out the video for good, I'm sure from some of my long-time followers, you know the routine. Excuse me. Now, first and foremost, like the video, share it so the video can become more viral, and my channel could be able to gain a much bigger audience. Comment on it, let me know what you think about this particular topic and subject. Last but not least, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, you have a good one.